Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
Before Muhammad Ali would float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and shock the world by beating the reigning heavyweight champ Sonny Liston against 7-1 odds.
Muhammad Ali, I am the man.
Before the people's champion became an icon for the counterculture, standing with Malcolm X, refusing to fight in Vietnam, and inspiring black voices to speak out against oppression.
Uniting people, people bumming each other because of religious beliefs. We need somebody in the world to help us make peace. So when I die, if there's a heaven, I want to see it.
Before Muhammad Ali trash-talked his opponents and fought in some of the biggest boxing matches the world has ever seen, bringing his net worth to approximately $80 million. Before a feature film would be made of the fighter starring Will Smith.
Look how good I look. Ain't this just a perfect specimen of a man right here?
Before he married 4 times and fathered 9 children, one of whom went on to become an undefeated pro-women's boxer.
Nah, I'm not boasting. It's hard to be humble when you're criticized.
Ali was born Cassius Clay and grew up in the heavily segregated South. He was a second-class citizen in his own city even after bringing home Olympic gold for boxing. His mistreatment would make the man passionate about civil rights and an outspoken member of the Nation of Islam. In the ring, he was a beast, but throughout his life, the heavyweight champ fought just as hard for charity, peace, and the rights of others. On top of all this, the dude is Irish, just like me. So God bless the Fighting Irish. Sadly, the legend passed away on June 3rd, 2016 at the age of 74 after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the remarkable life of the great Muhammad Ali before his passing, here for you on Before They Were Dead. Please feel free to leave your condolences in the comments down below, also your messages. This was an incredible man and there was a lot of stories of inspiration. If you have any, please share them, you know where.
As far as human rights, as far as people uniting, coming together, and loving, respecting one another, helping bring peace to the world, there's a lot I can do with the title, and the longer I hold it, the more I do, so that's why I stay in it.
Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was born on January 17, 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. His great-granddad came to America from Ireland, living in Ennis County, Clare. In the 1860s, he moved and settled in Kentucky. There he married a freed American slave. His father, Cassius, earned a living painting signs, while his mother, Odessa, was a maid. They weren't poor, but racial segregation was still in full swing, and its effects would shape young Cassius forever. He got into boxing when one day his bike was stolen and he went to report it to a police officer. He told the cop if he found the guy who took it, he was gonna whoop him. The officer suggested he actually learn how to fight first, and started training young Cassius. Within weeks, he was winning boxing matches. At 6'3", my height, Cassius had no problem matching the size and power of his opponents, but it was his speed that set him apart. His unique style won him 8 Golden Glove titles and an impressive 100 wins with only 5 losses. After graduating from Central High School in 1958, he was lined up to compete in the Summer Olympics out in Rome. He took home the gold and started his professional career in 1960 at the age of 18. He quickly gained notoriety for being outspoken and bragging before fights, also for correctly predicting in which round he would defeat his opponents. But it was his poetic, hilarious trash talking that people knew him for best.
He's young, he's handsome.
They know it.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago, Cassius.
Ain't he ugly? He's too ugly to be the world champ.
June 18th, 1963 was the day Cassius was set to fight Sonny Liston, the only man standing in between him and the title of heavyweight champion of the world.
They might be stopping it. That might be all, ladies and gentlemen. Get up there, Joe. Get up there. Get up in the ring.
The undefeated champ earned the nickname The Greatest along with the new title, and continued to shake things up when the morning after confirmed rumors that he had converted to the Nation of Islam. After his win with his mentor Malcolm X by his side, he denounced his slave name and went as Cassius X for a short time, before being given the name Muhammad Ali by their spiritual leader. Then in the late 60s, America began its draft for the Vietnam War, and Ali, well, he refused to fight for religious reasons. But draft evasion is a serious offense. He had his boxing license suspended, his title taken away, and was arrested. However, his courage inspired others to speak out and challenge establishments like Martin Luther King Jr. He may have been stripped of the title, but the bold move made him the people's champ.
shoot them for what? How can I go shoot them? Them little poor little black people, little babies and children and women. How can I shoot them poor people? I would just take me to jail.
It would be almost 4 years until he was allowed to box again, and in this time he showcased his other talents. He released an album called I Am the Greatest, as well as a cover of Stand By Me, and was in the musical called Buck White. He also enjoyed performing tricks for a crowd, levitating, and making scarves and coins disappear. Let's take a look.
What color's that?
Red.
Nothing behind my hand. And right before your eyes, a miracle. A miracle. That was a miracle.
Another passion he picked up and played with was the writing and reciting of poetry. On a trip to his native Ireland, he broke into a story about a prison riot live on television. Let's take a look at that.
What more fitting end could be? Better surely than in some bed where in broken health I'm led, lingering until I'm dead.
Now, I've been known to break into some Shakespeare from my good old theater days, but I could never say something like that, and it went on for like 5 minutes. By the time Ali had divorced his first wife and moved on to the next one, he would hop from marriage to marriage a total of 4 times and father 9 children. Then in 1970, the New York Supreme Court reinstated his boxing license. In the next 5 years, he'd fight in some of the biggest matches the world had ever seen. 1971's fight of the century against Joe Frazier had the 2 undefeated fighters go head to head. Although Ali lost, his signature name calling made a lasting rival out of Frazier.
Sit down, Joe. Why you think of me? Sit down, Joe. Huh? No. Sit down quick, Joe.
Well, we're having a scene, as you can see.
Then there was the Rumble in the Jungle against George Foreman, who didn't bring his grill. Then the Thrilla in Manila, where he defeated his old rival Frazier in one of the most brutal fights of his life. In 1975, one of his fights also inspired a then unknown Sylvester Stallone to write a screenplay about an underdog boxer. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. In 1980, Ali noticed trembling in his hands, but was declared fit for fighting. He fought 2 more times, but was clearly not in fighting shape. He lost both matches, and well, he retired from boxing. But the man was still a champion outside of the ring, and later that year he made national news when he talked a suicidal man out of jumping off a roof after police had failed to do so. In 1984, Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, something many believe to have been caused by repeated blows to the head. Despite his deteriorating movement and trouble speaking, he continued to make appearances at charities and humanitarian events. He was offered a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at the age of 59, which he refused, stating, "I bear the name of our beloved prophet Mohammed, peace be upon him, and it is impossible that I allow people to trample over his name." So the committee, they decided to make an exception, and they had his star placed not on the floor, but on a wall. In his later years, he would be remembered for his generosity, compassion, and being a man of action. He was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his work and inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Finally, in June of 2016, he went in with respiratory problems and passed away from septic shock just a few days later. His legacy lives on for both his work inside and outside the ring. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see. But undoubtedly, his story will carry on through the countless stories of people he touched and inspired. My name is Michael McCrudden. Thanks for checking out my channel. We have a website where you can actually read this full script and other original video content. MichaelMcCrudden.com. Be sure to check that out. We also spoke of Sylvester Stallone. What a fantastic before they were famous that would make. And Malcolm X. We can do it before they were dead or after they were dead. Let us know what you guys want to see in the future. Leave your condolences down below. We'll see you guys in another video.
I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.